and happy Friday. We've made it. We have made it. Through all the lies that we have been told this week, we have made it. I hope your week was good to you. And if you haven't caught any other lies this week, Monday or Wednesday, I'm happy that you're here today. And we're going to talk. We're going coast to coast again today, y'all. We're talking about OC first. And didn't Nicki Minaj sing a song once called The Lying Game? She was talking about Real Housewives of Orange County season 19. We're going to talk about The Lying Game today. And then we're also going to talk about Real Housewives of Miami and this whole Lisa phone situation and Lisa taking notes. I don't know. I just found it very interesting. So I want to talk to y'all about that. So come sit down, get comfortable, and let's kick off this weekend. I hope you have some fun plans coming up. Let me know what you got going on. And also drop your comments and thoughts in the chat as I'm talking. And as I wrap up, I will go back and chat with you. Lindsay, happy Friday. And make sure, I want to hear opinions on Housewives of Orange County and, of course, Miami too. But, I need to know who you think is lying and on Orange County. So if you're heading in here to hang out with me, I want to know who you think the liar is, okay? We're going to start with that. I was watching last night's episode of Real Housewives of Orange County, and I will be honest, I felt like it was kind of filler for the first 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. But baby, those last 10 minutes with that, dive bar scene and Katie and Matt having one of Matt's famous martinis at their house, my jaw dropped because it's not even anything salacious or never before seen, but it's just I cannot keep up. Just when I think that there is not any body left for a bus to run over, these women go right back and throw somebody under the bus again. I'm like, the wheels on the bus do not go round and round anymore. The wheels on the bus are flat because y'all have thrown everybody under them. Wheels are tired. I don't know who could turn on who again. We went into it, and if you've been, if you're on the Katie camp, it was probably kind of hard to watch last night because we watched her more or less confirm herself to be on an island alone, and not because really anything I think that she did. I think she made the choice. It appeared as she was making a choice that she would rather be on an island alone than share a story that is not what she feels to be the truth. And this is where I can't keep up because clearly someone is lying. I can keep up. I just don't know where my judgment and predictions lie because it's so twisted. Part of me thinks that maybe Gretchen had said something to Katie about this, and therefore that Katie repeated it to be it, content creators, be it to reporters. We don't know the nature of which she repeated it, but this is my thing. Either Gretchen or Slade did tell Katie that they believe she was drugged, that she went to the hospital the night after Naked Wasted, the morning after Naked Wasted, and that they found drugs in her system. One of two things has to be true. Either Katie told her that, Gretchen told her that. Either Gretchen and Slade told her that, and Katie mistakenly and wrongfully repeated it, or Katie is the songwriter of The Lying Game by Nicki Minaj, and she came up with all of this, not only that Gretchen told her, but added in the details of the hospital and the drug test. And either they really told her all this, in which she went and shared it, or she made all of this up and then shared it. In which case, I am going to be best friends with Katie because anybody that can lie like that, I don't want on my bad side, period. But like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it has to be one of those. Either Gretchen told her and she's denying it because she knows if she confirms that she told her, she's going to be back in this world of apparently accusing someone of, drugging her, which could be a legal situation and therefore would make sense as to why Slade allegedly called Katie and Matt after the night at dinner and said, don't bring it up. Just protect her, right? Like that to me makes the most sense. And part of me is like, okay, so maybe Gretchen was like, had too many drinks and like just said something. She's out not with her girlfriends. But Slade was there. So were they both, drinking too much and just talking a little too much and it got carried away and Katie repeated something she shouldn't have? Or is Katie, again, should she be writing novels and screenplays because the girl has a story. She can make one up. Like to me, it's all, and then you add in the layer that Jen is either completely oblivious to this conversation happening at the table, has forgotten it, or she got the same call as Slade. She got the same call from Slade and was told, ride the line for Gretchen. Is that what it was? Protect the line. Like, don't bring it up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, with what Katie is saying, it would make sense why Jen is staying silent. Because Jen is still abiding by the plan that Katie is not. But, and then, oh my God, then you add in Kiki Monique, who, by, my best assumption based off, the just watching all this go down online, both and on the show, I just want to start by saying I will never, ever believe that Kiki is a liar. And I love Katie, but I would never think Kiki is a liar. I would never think Kiki would never do or say anything like this that could put her job or all her hard work that she's done in jeopardy, So this is where I think I have the most pause and where I think I get honestly the most upset by it is that when it comes to the women on the show and the storyline, I'm falling on the side of believing Katie. But as someone who has both been a follower and known Kiki for years and can see why she is a trusted source of information, in no world, realm, or anything could I ever see her doing this to someone and throwing them under the bus and lying. So I don't know how, and I don't know that I want to know how her and Katie have gotten to this situation, because as someone, like I said, who I would never not believe Kiki, it's confusing when the person that, she is, in like a situation with, I would immediately believe that anybody going against Kiki is the liar, is the problem. But on the opposite side of it, when you're watching on the show and it's just Katie and the cast, I believe Katie. So the lying game. I just, look, I can hardly form words. It's so confusing. Someone is lying. I think maybe everybody's lying a little bit. And it was like kind of a competition to see who could lie the best. And now I'm like, somebody needs to come forward and use your truth, even if it means admitting something bad. Now's the time to do it. Like if Katie did in fact, because this could be a situation. Maybe Katie did say something to Kiki, and it somehow, got back to Tamra that she had said that. Perhaps that is why Katie was denying it, as in maybe she was in the camp and agreement of deny this, protect Gretchen. That could be a possibility, in which case she would hopefully come forward and say, I was caught up in being dishonest to protect this. And unfortunately, Kiki was involved and it came down on her, and to clear that. That's kind of, correct me if I'm wrong. Please share your theories. I don't know how else sense of that could be made, you know? But even I've seen, Katie has been in interviews and stuff for the season where she's been asked about Kiki, and I haven't really caught that vibe that, she would like to clear the situation. And if you watched last night, you see in the premiere for the preview for next week's episode, Kiki comes to film, and she films with Gretchen and Gina, I believe, were there. And I guess I'm pretty sure next week is the lie detector test episode 2. So, and then y'all, we still have like 6 weeks after that. Like, is this season good? Yes. But also, like, I'm exhausted. Like, it's just a lot. And I have to be honest. Do I love the drama? Yes. Do I love playing Clue and detective over here and trying to get to the bottom of the situation? Kinda. It's like Law and Order SVU OC. You know what I'm saying? Lies in order. But when I stop and put away all the dramatic and messy things that we're talking about, it is kind of frustrating to me that this is all stemming from something from 15 years ago. That this isn't a rumor or an accusation that happened over the summer. Like, to me, it is a little bit frustrating that despite how good this drama may be, it is still nothing new. Just my opinion. Speaking of something new, we saw Marisol do something I didn't really like. That's the first time I remember seeing her do it, which was kind of tell Lisa that she needed to put her phone away and that someone else could help with her kids. If you watch Miami, they're annoyed with Lisa for taking notes during filming with Larsa, because she wants to be able to keep track of all the accusations and stuff. And it transpires into Marisol and Julia saying that on the flight home, we're all putting our phones away. It's making people uncomfortable. Lisa's like, I am literally a mother of 2 kids, technically a single mom. Like, their dad is in the picture, but we all know how that goes. Can't depend on him. And like, she's like, I need to be able to answer my phone. And Marisol's like, well, what can you actually do if you're here? Answer my phone. Be aware of whatever that situation may be, if whoever they're with needed to call me. And then Marisol's like, well, can't Jody do it? Can't Lenny do it? And when Lisa said Jody's not their dad, like, it's not that he won't like step up and help out, I guess, but it's like she can't expect that from him. And Marisol said, what kind of love is that? A love that is a woman that just left a POS husband and has kids in the picture, and maybe we should just take every day step by step, considering the man in the past makes everything else 10 times more complicated. Like maybe Jody doesn't need to go pick up the kids or save the kids from like a daycare situation that maybe one of them is sick and needs to go home early because Lenny is in surgery. Maybe that would be an issue with him and Lenny. Maybe Lenny would be upset about that, you know? So to just say that to her, and I mean, Lisa was like, look, like I have to have my phone on me, notes or no notes. Like, and so the issue is like, is it her note taking that's the problem or is her phone the problem? Like, can we just like set an alarm on her phone that anytime the note app is touched, it just like ding, 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 you know? I mean, y'all can see if she's typing away. Let her have her phone. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really like that, but, and I love Marisol and I love Lisa, but I don't know. I just felt kind of insensitive. I was like, she's been through enough with this man. She's just trying to work and film and make money and also have peace of mind that her kids are okay. Let the mother work, you know? All right. Gonna go back, see what y'all had to say as we start to wrap up. Holly, drama is great, but when you have bullying in, then it's not so great. OC, yeah, you know, kind of where I'm at. And like even Vicky has said on our podcast, she feels like it's almost like a bullying situation to Katie. She's like, she just feels bad for her. I think a lot of viewers agree. I don't know. I feel like either way, it's going to be disappointing. You know, like, because whoever is lying has been lying their ass off. In the words of Vicky, she's a liar face. She's a liar, living liar individual. You know what I mean? KM, so many lies. All the lies. Lindsay, I'm excited for the lie detector test. Probably drag it into 2 episodes. I honestly feel like this, if they'd have done a shorter season, it would have been better. Like do 12, 13, 14 episodes and then reunion. Like I feel like we're almost ready for reunion time now. What could we possibly discuss for 7 more episodes about this? What? You know? KM, I hope Gretchen's lying gets full-time next year. You know what? You lied. Here's a pay increase. Hey, that's the world we're living in, you know? MZ, aka 1908. This is so messy. It's honestly, it's so messy. I even tweeted last night. I said, holy shit, like this is all just so twisted. It's just twisted. It's nasty. It's nasty. KM, she's afraid of Tamra. Gretchen, yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of housewives are. But then also it's like, why say it at all? Like if you have to call and say, hey, don't repeat that to protect me, to me, that would have meant like you were talking about it and then decided not to go forward with it. As in like, maybe you were going to come in and drop the ball. Like after all these years, I know what you did. But I don't know. Every time I start to think, okay, no, this has to be the truth. I'm like, well, it's like, y'all remember the kombucha girl, the meme like during COVID that she went viral? That is me watching OC. 1 minute I'm believing Gretchen and Jen, the other minute I'm believing Katie. I'm like, nah. I don't like, I can't, I'm actually starting to get neck pain going back and forth, you know? MZ, aka 1908, it's diabolical no matter which way you put it. Can I pin this comment? That is the comment. Thank you, girl. Christian said, Kylo, Christian, I fear Slade is a big part of this Riffy lie. I feel like he has been a little too quiet. I think a lot of people expected him to be heavily involved. We haven't seen much of him, and I'm wondering why. Was he too busy thinking he was causing being the puppet master behind the scenes, but maybe he was being a little too quiet. You know what I'm saying? Lord, Tamra should have been fired for this a long time ago. KM, I don't think Katie is guilty of this, but this was masterminded by Slade. Whew. Drama is great. Okay, Lisa taking notes. Lisa taking notes was funny. I thought so too. I also believe Katie in regards to protecting Gretchen. Someone said Kiki is as real as it gets. Yes, Kiki Monique. Like, I don't care who she was accusing of lying. It would be hard to believe them. I just trust Kiki. If you've not followed her for a long time, or if you've had the pleasure of meeting her, she's just a wonderful person. I can't see that. You know, Rita Mix. I thought Anna Q and the guy were Hurrdat. Are you talking about Anna and Ace? So Hurrdat is an umbrella of podcasts. And so Anna and Ace have a show. I have a podcast with Vicky Gumbelson. Teresa Judice has a show. We have a lot of shows under Hurrdat. So they are Hurrdat, but I'm Hurrdat too. We're all one big family. And so I come on here live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Storm, word is one of the reporters was a journalist for Daily Mail. Why are they not out? They're naming Kiki and putting her on blast, but this other journalist can't be named. How's that fair? Y'all got her out here fighting her and defending herself, and credible journalists over here, they keep saying, is getting protected. I don't like that either. Rita Mix, does this channel have multiple shows? Yes. If you look at Hurrdat's YouTube, there's playlists for every single podcast, and all the videos are under them. All right, Kylo, love you, Christian. You deserve all the flowers. You know what? I'm going to go into my weekend with that note, and my flowers too. So thank you, Kylo. If y'all are here with me this week, means the world. Thank you so much. If this was your first time hanging with us, I'll be back next Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. After that, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on Hurrdat's YouTube. And y'all got to come back because, I mean, there's so many twists and turns to this OC stuff. I feel like wherever each of us, if you're watching this right now, like wherever each of us are in regards to our feelings and thoughts and opinions on it, I'm scared that all of us will be a 180 from that. I think we're going to change our minds a lot in the next few weeks. Honestly, it makes me nervous in a weird way. I don't know. So buckle up because a little family van ride's about to get bumpy. All right. I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Go whoop it up. Do something for yourself. Give a friend some love, and we'll be back here next week. Okay. Besos, y'all.